Do you struggle to be still at the end of your yoga class? My name is Rebecca, and my passion is helping women find peace and calm through self-care, through movement, meditation, and mindfulness. I used to really struggle holding still and keeping my body calm and quiet at the end of my yoga class. I love the movement aspect, but not the stillness. So one of the most important things to do is make sure you make yourself as comfortable as possible. So that might mean rolling up a blanket for your neck. It might mean covering up with a blanket or putting on your socks again or your jacket so that you can feel comfortable. And then coming to lay down. Now, traditionally in a yoga class, you lay down in corpse pose. So you'd lay down and you'd extend the legs out long, taking them the width of the mat, and then just rolling the toes out to the side so you open up the hips. Now, this always doesn't feel good on everyone's low back, so this isn't your only option. You could bend your knees, or you could take a bolster, a rolled up blanket, or a pillow, something that you have at home, and just slide it underneath. You might want to cover up with a blanket, just whatever you need to do to be as comfortable as possible. Now your hands could be down by your hips, palms face up. But if this doesn't feel good, you could maybe choose to rest one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Now you do have other options as well. If this doesn't feel the best for you, you could even roll over onto your side if you wanted. You could slip a blanket between your thighs. Or if you felt like you wanted to open up more through your hips, you could bring the soles of your feet together and let those knees splay open. The feet could rest on something or they could rest on the ground. So the first key is to make sure that you get your body as comfortable as possible. Close your eyes and just let your body feel heavy. Let it sink into the ground. And then just notice your breath. And the key is to focus on your breath. You don't need to control it. Just letting your natural breath flow in and flow out. And then trying to relax all the muscles in the body, just letting everything sink into the floor. Now, sometimes it's easy to get comfortable, to focus on the breath, but sometimes your mind is really, really busy. And when that's happening, you might want to focus on your breath. Noticing the air flowing in and flowing out. You might focus on counting the breath. Sometimes I will do that. Counting in for 1, counting out for 2, counting in for 3, counting out for 4. Counting all the way to 10, and then going back to the beginning. Or sometimes I'll focus on thinking of what I need more of on the inhale and what I need to let go of on the exhale. So perhaps breathing in hope, joy, health, and then exhaling, trying to let go of the tension and the stress in the body. Being still, that final relaxation, is often called shavasana. And although it looks like the simplest posture to practice, you're just being still, it is definitely the hardest to master. So know that you can start slow. If you can only be still for a minute and focus on your breath, that's okay. Try that for a week or two. And then maybe see if you can increase to 2 minutes or 3. There's no set time for how long you need to be still. It's just what's best for your body. But our bodies benefit from movement and our minds from stillness. So it is so important each day to take time to just breathe, to just be still. As we focus on the breath and we focus on calming the mind, it just has a wonderful instantaneous effect on our overall health. It affects your nervous system. It helps you to feel calmer, to feel more peaceful and happy, to fill yourself up so you can be there for those that you love. When you feel like you've been still long enough and you want to start to move, just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes a little bit. Or sometimes it's nice to shift your hips a little side to side. Or you might even want to reach your arms above your head and do a full body stretch. Or maybe you'd feel good even to hug those knees into the chest. You might even want to rock a little side to side. Whatever feels good at the end to slowly waken up your body. And then slowly roll over onto your side. And it's nice to use your arm as a pillow. And I always like to just pause and just notice how you're feeling at the end compared to how you were feeling at the beginning. And then you can slowly come up to a seated position. Thanks so much for taking the time to join me and listen and learn about how you can try to be still a little easier at the end of your yoga practice. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, hit like, and share it with your friends. Give yourself a little hug. Have a wonderful day.